Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 6 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 6 math, and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter multiply and divide decimals. The lessons we're going to cover today are estimate products of decimal numbers, multiply decimals, inequalities with decimal multiplication, divide decimals by whole numbers. Okay, so please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well, right? Here I am on grade 6 math. The chapter we are on right now is multiply and divide decimals. So let's just start with the first lesson, that is estimate products of decimal numbers. That is 10.9 times 70, right? You have to round each number to the its greatest value and then multiply. So let's just start with the first one, that is 10.9 times 70. So round off the number 10.9, right? 10.9, you have to round it to the decimal. So you have 9, 9 is greater than 5, right? That means you need to round up. So 10.9 is rounded to 10. You have to do 10 times 70. 10 times 70 is 700. The correct option is 700. No, not 700.9, just 700 it is. You have to estimate the product. So estimate the numbers to the nearest whole numbers. Okay, estimate the product to the nearest whole number, greatest place value. So here you have 78 and here you have 10.5, right? 700 is rounded off to 78 is rounded off to 80 and 10.5 is rounded off to 10. Basically that is estimation. You have to estimate the product, not round off, right? So when you are estimating, you have to look at the other number. Here you have 10.5. If you make 11, you have to do 11 times, right? So you round it off to 10. So 10 times 8 is 800. The correct option is 800. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is 3857 times 5.42. So which is the correct option? Okay, so 3857 is rounded off to 4000 and 5.4 is rounded off to 5. So the correct option is 20,000. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? That is 20,000. Very good. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is 10.27 times 8,567. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1 is the correct option, right? That is 90,000. Option number 1 is the correct option. Very good. Okay, the next one is 8.59 times 29. So, which is the correct option? You have to do 10 times 9 times 30, right? 9 times 3 is 27, so that is 270. The correct option is option number. Yes, 3 is the correct option. That is 270. Okay, the next one is you have to do 10.9 times 70. So, which is the correct option? Yes, that is 900. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is the next lesson is multiply decimals. Let's just start with the next lesson, right? Okay, let's just see how do we multiply the decimals. The first example is 0.3 times 86. So just count the decimal places. For both the numbers, you have one decimal place. In 8.6, you have one decimal place, and 0.3 have one decimal place, right? Let's just multiply them without decimal. Just do 86 times 3, right? 3 times 6 is 18, 1 carry 3 times 8 is 24, and 125. That is 25.258, right? So you have two decimal places. You need to move decimal point two places left. That is 2.58. The correct option is 2.58. Got it? Okay, so that is 2.58. Let's just start with the test question. So multiply them without decimal point and then you can put the decimal point, right? 8.6 times 3.8. Let's just multiply without decimal. You have to do 86 times 38. So start multiplying the ones digit. 8 times 6 is 48, 8 4 carry. 8 times 8 is 64 and 4 68. Then you can multiply with the tens digit. 3 times 6 is 18, 1 carry. 3 times 8 is 24 and 125. Now just add them. 8, 8 and 8, 16, 6, 1 carry. 6 and 1, 7 and 5, 12, 2, 1 carry. 2 and 1, 3. So you have 3268. So for both the numbers, you have only one decimal place, right? So you need to move decimal point two places left. That is 32.68. So the correct option is 32.68. That is option number 3 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is 0.3 times 8.6, which is the correct option. The correct option is that is 2.58. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, the next one is 2.8 times 9.7. So which is the correct option? You have to do the correct option is option number 2, that is 27.16 is the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is 4.5 times 6.5, which is the correct option. The correct option is 4.5 times 6.5, right? The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is inequalities with decimal multiplication. Okay, which sign makes the statement true? You have to multiply 0.8 times 7, then you have to compare it to 4.5, right? So 0.8 times 7 is 5.6, right? You have to compare 5.4 by zero point 0.5. So 5.6 is less than 4.5. The correct option is less than. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Which sign makes the statement true? Here you have 18, here you have 4 times 5. So you have 18, 4 times 5 is 20. So which is the correct option? 18 is. The correct option is 18 is less than 20. The correct option is less than. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is 17 times 0.8. You have to compare it to 14.1. So first you have to multiply 17 times 0.8, right? So which is the correct option? Okay, let's just do 17 times 8. 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 1, 13.6 it is, right? To compare 13.6 and 14.1. So 13.6 is less than 14.1. The correct option is less than. Okay, the next one is 7 and you have to compare it to 3 times 2.1. So which is the correct option? That is 7 is greater than, right? Greater it is. 7 is greater than 3 times 2.1. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? Greater it is. Okay, the next one is 2 times 8.8. You have to compare it to 15. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is 2 times 8.8 is 16 point something, right? And 16 is greater than 15. So, the correct option is greater. The next one is 5 times 0.8. You have to compare it to 4. They both are exactly equal, right? The correct option is they are exactly equal. The next one is 14. You have to compare it to 3 times 5.8. So, which is the correct option? So, 3 times 5 is 15, right? Then, obviously, 14 is less than 15. So, the correct option is less. 1.3. So, which is the correct option? That is 10.1 is greater than 8 times 1.3. Greater it is, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson self later today. Let me just start with the test question. So, sorry, let's just move on to next lesson. So, let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is divide decimals by whole numbers. So, let's just start with the lesson. Okay, the next lesson is divide decimals by whole numbers. Okay, so you have to divide now, right? You can divide like you divide the like using the long division method, right? The first one is 61.88 divided by. So you can have a look on them later today. Let's just start with the test questions, right? Okay, that is divide 6,651.6 over 4. Okay, so we have to divide using long division method. Let's just divide 651.6 divided by 4, right? So we can go for 4 times 1 is 4. 6 take away 4 is 2. Bring 5 down. You need to count 4 until 25. So 4 times 6 is 24. You have 1. Now bring the next digit down. You have to do 4 times 1 is no 4 times 2 is 8. So 11 take away 8 is 3. Now you have the decimal point over here. So write decimal point over here and bring 6 down. So that is 4 times 9 is 36. So the correct option is 162.9. Right? When you divide, the answer is 162.9. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, the next one is 61.88 divided by 4. Okay, let's just divide. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Decimal point over here. 4 times 4 is 16. And 4 times 7 is 28. The correct option is 15.47. How option 1? Do not guess the answers, right? You need to solve them. The correct option is 15.47. That is option number 3 is the correct option. The correct option is 15.47. Option number 3 is the correct option. The next one is divide. Okay, you can divide and write the answer in the chat box. So, which is the correct option? That is 296.83 divided by 3. Which is the correct option? Option 3. How? 296.22 divided by 3, that is 98.74. Option number 2 is the correct option. 98.74 it is. Option 2 is the correct option. Okay, 693.3 divided by 3, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1 is the correct option, right? 231.1 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. Do not guess the answers, right? Use your notebook and pencil when you guess the answers. That is not the correct way to do the questions. 18.9 divided by 2, which is the correct option? That is 9.45. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? Okay, then the next one is 90.84 divided by 2. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 45.42. Option number 3 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 6 math. The chapter we were working on is multiply and divide whole numbers, right? So the lessons we have covered today are we were working on the grade 6 math. The chapter we are working on is multiply and divide decimal numbers. Since we're going to cover, we have covered today are estimate products of decimal numbers, multiply decimals, inequalities with decimal multiplication, and divide decimals by whole numbers, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5. I am sleeping, then who is teaching? Okay, then that's all for today. If you have any questions related to the lessons we have just covered, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.